Did you know that Lenovo has a series of robust partnerships with third-party peripheral companies that allow us to use systems that aren't just Lenovo peripherals?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, I'm Mark Whitaker, and on today's Smart Collab Minute, we're going to be talking about Sennheiser. So we've already talked about the TC Bars features in general in the first video. This video is about the audio features for the TC Bars. Here to give us more info is Charlie Jones once again. Take it away, Charlie. I sat down recently with your technical crew, and we went through my TC Bar S in a ton of detail. And I was blown away by all the crazy intricate details of the settings you can get into with this device.
I won't pretend that sometimes being a German company, we don't maybe perhaps make things a little bit more complicated than they have to be. But the idea is that really giving the customer, whether it's the end user, whether it's the integrator, the IT consultant, the tools they need to make sure that it's a perfect experience for the end user. And there's a couple things that we did with our bar, a little different from some of those other bars, and a big part of that is around the ability to expand the bar, both the microphone pickup as well as to be able to add additional cameras. Because what we found was that while a small medium room or a media meeting room means one thing to us, sometimes it means something different to our customers, and or maybe it means something different to the bean counters that are establishing the budget. And so sometimes we end up stretching things, right? You and I, Mark, have both been into rooms where, oh, you've got a medium-sized room kit here in a stadium. Yeah, maybe that's a little larger than the prescribed room. And so that's where you can actually use things like our ceiling tile microphones, which are completely automatic, beam forming, don't have to set up or configure anything. Plug it into the bar, and then the internal DSP in the bar, some of those settings you were talking about where we can get a little technical, allow you to then determine, hey, do I want to use a ceiling tile microphone? Do I want to use the microphones built in the bar, or some combination thereof, so that we can make sure that anybody in that room is able to be a participant in the meeting.
When the tech team told me about how you could add essentially a ceiling microphone into this device, I just was stopped cold in my tracks. All I could think about was like, okay, so this system is expandable in a way that a lot of other systems aren't necessarily. I honestly believe that anybody who's been in the audio world like I have, who then progresses into some sort of a corporate AV or installation type environment, I really think there's a huge leg up to be had between the name Sennheiser and then, more importantly, your follow through with living up to that name. I truly believe that you have lived up to that name, and it's a great product.
Next year will be our 80th anniversary, and we are a little bit old-fashioned in that, we got our roots started in audio. With the bar, you've got one sort of microphone technology. It's up at the front of the room, right there with the display. Well, with a ceiling microphone that's using a different type of beam-forming technology, well, it ends up sounding a little bit different, just the basis of the technology. And so with that, that's where we really spend a lot of time ensuring that the end user experience is such that it's completely blind to them, whether you're using the ceiling mic or whether you're using the microphones built in the array. It all has to sound good, and it has to make sure that we can effectively communicate whatever the meeting's about. The last things, though, that I would want to maybe point out is that we mentioned earlier the ceiling tile microphones and how successful the whole beam tracking has been. Well, there's two features that we added over the years based off feedback from our customers that we snuck into the bar. And the first one I'd like to point out is what we call a zone of exclusion, which I know we're all talking about inclusiveness and everything, but if there's a loud radiator in the corner that's clanging and banging the whole time, yeah, we don't need that. That's going to take away from the meeting experience. So using the free Sennheiser Control Cockpit software, you can actually tailor the pickup range of the bar to say, hey, I want to ignore any noises that are coming from this area over there. And that allows you to really tailor the microphone pickup of the room to meet the room's experience. Of course, with that is the opposite. Every once in a while, when we've all been in that meeting, where the person, the CEO of the company, she's sitting at the end of the table, and she talks like this, and she's very low talker. Well, of course, nobody wants to point out, hey, can't hear the boss lady. Can somebody tell her to speak up, right? That doesn't tend to do well for your career that way. So just like we have the zone of exclusion that says, hey, we don't want to hear this, we actually also have what we call a priority zone. And this allows you to tailor the pickup so that if there is something happening in this area, that takes priority and precedent over whatever else is going on in the room. Because we've tailored that preferred zone, the priority pickup zone, is where we really want to hear. So just little things like that where we're able to use those 80 years of audio innovation to try to bring a better meeting experience to really any size room.
And thank you very much for joining me here today, Charlie. I really, really appreciate it. It's been great having you. I hope to see everybody at InfoComm coming up in very short order. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Leave me some comments. I like the comments. Also note that maybe you'll be able to find our Lenovo Smart Collab device at the Sennheiser booth this year. Just a hint for our scavenger hunt. So until next time, I'll see you then. If not, I hope to see you at InfoComm.